party people in the place to be. It's about that time for us to,
Welcome to Ask the Good Doctor. Thank you for joining us here on Sirius XM Urban View, Channel 126. I'm Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, and we are here for your health. Thank you. I'm here also to share wisdom about how to attain, maintain, and reclaim your perfect health. Please join me on Twitter at Ask the Good Doc, on Instagram and Facebook at Ask the Good Doctor. I'd love for you to jump in. You know, I love it. I love the engagement. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yay! I love the YouTube channel. Oh, thank you all for subscribing. Please subscribe and don't forget to do it from your Gmail. Go to Ask the Good Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire. You know, recently I shared with you about how to avoid cold and flu naturally. And today we are going to discuss the herbal first aid cabinet. Yes. Joining us also in studio is Coach Gessie Thompson to discuss the Kill the Pill campaign. Say hi, Gessie.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. And by phone are her team members, Dr. Amun and Dr. Amsu. They'll be joining us. And as you know, I am an advocate for health literacy, which is why this is an on-the-air classroom. And I'd like to introduce you to my in-studio guest, Coach Gessie Thompson. Hello there.
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. She is discussing today with us the Kill the Pill campaign. And by phone are her A-team, as she likes to call
partners.
it. Yes, her partners. Dr. Amun. He is a certified naturopathic doctor, nutritionist, and dietitian. And he is an herbalist under the Aboriginal Health Ministry and Aboriginal Medical Association. That is everything. Hello, Dr. Amun.
Hello there, how you doing?
I am well today. Thank you so much for joining us. And also, it's Dr. Amsu, a certified naturopath as well, nutritionist and dietitian and herbalist. And he completed his doctorate in endocrinology and metabolism at the University of London. He's also a teacher and practitioner of martial arts and medical Qigong. Hi there. How are you, Doc?
Hey, how you doing? Happy to be here.
Yes, welcome, team. Well, you know, Coach Gessie, I want you to tell us why you are sounding the alarm about birth control pills.
Well, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to have this conversation, Dr. LaJoyce. You know, I actually, Dr. Amsu and I have the joy, really, of working with women around the world to eliminate fibroids, polycystic ovarian syndrome, cysts, infertility. We've literally, in one case, one of our Hope Sisters, we call them, eliminated 50 fibroids on our Hope Beyond Fibroids elimination program.
That's incredible.
With no surgery. No medication, naturally through coaching, nutrition planning, herbal supplements, which you were talking about earlier, and lifestyle changes,
yes,
right?
Indeed.
Because we know the body knows how to heal itself.
Yes, it does.
But one of the things we kept coming up against is, like, the elephant in the room was that so many of them had been on the pill. In fact, you know, I'm one of the 90% of African-American women who have been affected by fibroids. I battled fibroids personally for 14 years, having had 10 surgeries, 5 of them being for fibroids. I battled infertility for 10 years because of those fibroids. Wow. I had more than 120 days in the hospital, 5 IVF cycles, a miscarriage. My heart even stopped on the operating table when I was giving birth to my daughter. So I had my own horror story. And in between that, I actually was on the pill when I first got married, before I actually found out I developed fibroids later.
Wow.
Okay. So as we said, the common theme was the birth control pill, because we know, you know, Dr. LaJoyce, we know that doctors will tell you in traditional medicine that they have no idea what the root cause of inflammatory conditions such as fibroids and cysts are, but we know it's estrogen dominance.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to say it out there. We're going to say it again. It's estrogen dominance.
Is indeed.
Okay. And when you look at what actually is one of the key culprits, there are 3 key drivers of estrogen dominance.
Come on, talk to us.
Stress, diet, and pollutants.
Amen.
And one of those chemical pollutants are prescription drugs, such as what we call the estrogen pill. Okay? We call it the estrogen pill. So everything, and it's $1 billion industry, my sisters.
Yes, it is.
It's $1 billion industry out there. So many people are going to tell you it's the solution for everything, when in actuality, it is a mask for what the symptoms are that you are experiencing, such as irregular bleeding or, acne, hormonal acne, or because this is what the GYN is prescribing it for. What is it? The statistic is when it comes to non-contraceptive use of birth control, it is prescribed to about up to 60% of women are using it for non-contraceptive use.
Isn't that because the doctor said so?
That's right.
That's the white coat syndrome.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. So here they are now taking it for irregular bleeding. Yep. They're taking it for
missed periods,
heavy bleeding, missed periods, cramping, acne, etc. Not actually for contraception, right? And now, years down the road, like one of our Hope sisters who was on another show with us, she shared her testimony. She was on the birth control pill since she was 16. Her name was Rochelle Baines. And at 25, after, she was married, she was now dealing with infertility, found out she had massive fibroids now. Okay? Because that's the thing. The doctors will say, well, it'll help you with the symptoms, but it masks those symptoms, while in the meantime, it is literally going to attack your body with fibroids and tumors and endometriosis and diabetes and thyroid issues and blood clots that are deadly.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's why, what we decided, the doctors and I, we decided, November 15th, it's known around the world as Thanks Birth Control Day. Well, we said, let's flip that into the kickoff to saying, let's declare every day as Kill the Pill Day.
Amen.
And if you're cool with it, I'd love for Dr. Amun or Dr. Amsu to really talk about, actually the conditions that it develops.
Yes, I do want you to speak
and
about
really
that.
go into that.
Yes, please, doctors, please enlighten us.
Okay, so there's so many issues that are side effects, negative, devastating side effects of birth control. And we're not just talking about the pill. We're talking about IUDs. We're talking about the injections. We're talking about the implants. We're talking about the ring. We're talking about every aspect of birth control. All of these together.
Hormonal.
We're calling them, we're putting them all under one banner of the pill, but they're not all the pill. So, there are neurological issues that are caused. The neurological issues are, parts of the brain actually shrink.
Wow.
While taking birth control.
Wow.
There are two glands, I ain't going to go too much into it, but there are two glands in particular.
Dr. LaJoyce can handle it.
Come on now. First of all, let me say this. I'm the official lab rat, but no. What I do for the audience is like I always say, let's get technical for just a moment.
Yes.
I want you to get technical for just a moment, and as Uncle Joe Madison says, then put it where the goats can get it. Come on.
All right. So the two glands are, you have the lateral orbital frontal cortex, and this is a gland that reacts or is activated by pleasant touch, by painful touch, by taste, by smell. So when it shrinks, you actually lose sensation. So a lot of women, a man might be caressing a woman. She's like, all right, when you're ready. When you're ready, things like pain. The pain threshold then goes higher. So things like, you might close your hand on the door, you don't feel it.
Yes.
Right? So your sensitivity plummets, right? There's the posterior cingulate cortex.
Yeah.
Now this
Come on.
This is basically memory, autobiographical memory.
Yes.
So things of memories of your life and things, things that have gone on in your life. They are basically lost or diminished when this posterior cingulate cortex it shrinks. So it's also when this goes wrong, this posterior cingulate cortex also, when you're losing memory, that's things like Alzheimer's.
That's right.
It's also been linked to schizophrenia, autism, depression,
mental health,
right?
Yeah.
As well as aging, like things like skin aging and everything like that.
And premature aging.
Right. So this is one of the things, like a lot of women who are on birth control, they get depressed to the point of suicide, and the rate actually goes up when it's more women who are on birth control are more likely to commit or attempt suicide.
And so Dr. Gessie was chiming in.
Coach Gessie.
Yes. Excuse me, Coach Gessie was chiming in that this is a mental health issue. It can become a mental health issue with long-term use. What are we talking about in terms of long-term use? Are we seeing these devastating effects? Are we talking 10 years plus?
Yeah, I mean, but that's normal. Because a lot of
Oh,
girls,
absolutely.
they're
It was
being
me.
put on it at 13,
It was
15,
me.
16. And then there's the endocrine issues. We know about the fibroids. We know about the, endometriosis, infertility issues. But then aren't there also, doctors, there are issues with thyroids, women who now have thyroid issues because of it. Massive right?
problem. Go ahead, Doc. Talk about the
endocrine.
The endocrine system and the blood pressure that seems to be uncontrollable.
Right. So, like we was explaining, when it disrupts the fibroids, you have to look at the endocrine system like the conductor.
Yes.
And it's actually orchestrating all your hormones, like all the instruments in the opera. Okay. So when something goes off or something is being excessive amount being displayed or exceeded in the body, now this causes an unbalance. So what we find, or what one of the long terms, is this thyroid gland being either overused or underused.
That's it.
And it's leading to women gaining weight. So a lot of women that are on the pills, they start gaining weight and they don't know why. And it's because of the pill disrupting the fibroid. So it totally messes up the metabolism process that it takes place.
I think you just put it where the goats could get it. I appreciate you for that, because what we and you know what we don't know what we don't know. And whoever thunk. And I knew that birth control was bad because it's something that can alter, regulate. It
makes your body do something it shouldn't.
That's correct. When it's trying to attain homeostasis balance on its own, it has every opportunity to do that. And so for the people who are just hearing this for the first time, what are your suggestions?
Well, first of all, the key thing is education. You said you don't know what you don't know, right? So one of the things we do is make sure that we unpack, we provide, tutorial resources and information so that they can learn. Number one is, if you are on any kind of hormone birth control, stop it. I mean, the testimonies we got when we first started sharing this, everything from, I just went to my coworker's funeral. She died of blood clots after she started taking birth control.
Yes.
Another, breast cancer, cervical cancer. Like, first of all, let's get off that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the research is, okay, how did it affect your body? Because the second thing is, it's had an impact, whether you know it or not. So, some people, like you said, they don't realize, I'm just gaining weight and I don't know why. That's not just an issue of a surface thing.
Yes.
That is an issue of, it's actually affecting everything from their anti-nutrient factors. It prevents you from actually absorbing your nutrients properly.
True.
And then now that leads to all kinds of other diseases, right? So first of all, get off of that hormonal birth control. That's number one.
Now we're talking about birth control, but when you're talking about hormones and such like that, what are we talking about with the Premarin and all of the things for women on menopause?
Oh my goodness.
Entering
Well,
menopause.
see, again, it's one end or the other, right? They're trying to get us to literally to use synthetic hormones.
That's it.
Dr. Amun, you want to talk about that and how with the synthetic hormones? We talked about the other day. You just can't achieve anything naturally with a synthetic drug.
What do you recommend?
I mean, you can just hear it within the word itself, synthetic.
Synthetic.
Body,
Yeah, of course.
Right. So the body is designed to do what? Process. Okay. So when you take in natural substance, the body will naturally process. But when you take in synthetic or something that's been synthesized, now you've taken away the responsibility what the body naturally does. But it doesn't know what to do with it.
Yes.
Now these synthetic steroids are going to manipulate the natural steroids, and they're going to impersonate those and trick the body into believing that you are getting better or your hormones are imbalanced.
Yes.
When really it's a short fix for a long-term chronic illness down the road.
Right.
Because what we've just done earlier on in this interview is list only a handful of some of the side effects that the pill or the birth control would lead to with women.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right. And not to forget, the most devastating of all the side effects are the cancers.
Yeah,
Yes.
we didn't even touch
Right?
on those.
Breast cancer, cervical cancer.
It's the end of the line.
Brain cancer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand, the World Health
Estrogen
Organization has classified birth control as a Group 1 carcinogen.
Say that again.
Yeah, I was going to say the
The
same
World
thing.
Health Organization, WHO,
Who?
has classified the birth control, contraception.
And it's estrogen, and it's actually, isn't it classified as birth control and estrogen based?
Well, it's not only.
contraceptives.
All right.
Wait, no. Wait, stop. Everybody stop.
It can be progestin.
Everybody stop. Go back to the statement that I was asking you to repeat. The
Okay. Right.
World Health Organization classified birth control as what?
A Group 1 carcinogen.
Okay, let's stop right there. I need you to pause. And I need you to break that down for everybody so that they can clearly understand what you mean. Doctor, go ahead.
A Group 1 carcinogen is any substance that is going to definitely, with prolonged use, cause cancer cells to form in the body.
And nobody's telling us.
No one's talking
Right?
about this. Are you
But
kidding
they're giving
me?
it to 13-year-olds.
Yes, they are, and their mothers are letting them
16-year-olds,
have it.
Exactly.
That's because that's no difference than them getting the HPV vaccine, and I digress.
Yes. Oh,
Exactly.
Okay, we're not
Exactly.
having that conversation right
Right.
now.
Right.
Check my
Right.
website.
Right.
Okay, so
It's
And
huge.
another factor
So
that we wanted to bring is also that when you're taking a pill, it's an anti-nutrient
Anti-nutrient factors.
inhibitor. Okay, so this stops the body from naturally absorbing nutrients and minerals from your B2, your B6, your B12, to the vitamin C, vitamin E, the minerals of magnesium, selenium, zinc, iodine, right?
yes, right.
It actually inhibits the body from absorbing these natural vitamins and minerals.
Well, of
So
course it does. If
that's
you're
gonna be-
shoving in a Group 1 carcinogen every day.
There you go.
Every
This is
day.
what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect all the dots, because once the body now is inhibited of absorbing these natural vitamins and minerals that each one of them need, the vitamin C for the brain, a liver, vitamin E for your cells, B12, B6, B2, all of these for your central nerve system, etc. Once these now are inhibited and the body's starving from these nutrition and mineral benefits, then you're exposed to things like cancer.
Of course. Now, I talk about, it seems to me like some serious detoxing needs to go on here.
that's what I was gonna
That's
go
right,
into.
right.
You
Now,
were
and
like-
I talk about detoxing here all of the time to the point, to the time, I'm sure that they think I'm a broken record, but, and I'm sure this
Lifestyle.
audience may get wary of me having this conversation, but here you all presenting yet another type of detox for
Yes.
a reason, for other reasons. So please talk to me, Coach Gessie, about what is your
Sure.
detox reboot?
So, here's the deal. The end of the year, we do it at the end of the year just because we should have a lifestyle
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
detoxing. Okay. But people are more they're looking at, what am I going to do for the new year?
That's
so
right.
we're launching something called the New Year Detox Reboot.
Okay.
Starting January 1. We've got some friends coming along with us, which include Yandy Smith and Angela Yee and DJ Envy and Mike Bivens and rapper Freeway, as long with us to rally people around the world and say, you know what, it's time to actually use food as our medicine.
Absolutely.
It's time to actually start the process of curing these conditions.
Ooh, she said curing.
Diabetes.
Come on.
High blood pressure. We just had a brother literally posting. He just completed our Detox 14 this week, and he's normalized. He's been on high blood pressure pills for 12 years.
Wow.
Completely normalized now. He's actually did it to join with his father, who's overcoming prostate cancer. And, it's time to take charge of your life. So
Yes,
we're
it
like, look,
is.
we can cure and we can prevent. prevent,
I
which is
love
where
that.
we
That's
all
what
want to
I
live,
talk
right?
about all the time.
Yeah, so we invite people around the world, learn about, we have the Detox 7, a 14-day detox, a 30-day, depending on what your goals are, specifically focusing on the liver, your lymphatic system, your digestive tract. Why? Because